Everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. Let's take a quick look. This, of course, the markets are going to be closed on Friday, so this is Thursday afternoon. And looking at the daily chart here, a couple different things. This is these are the two ATRs. So this is two average true ranges away from the 21 period moving average to the downside and then to the upside. So you can see we're kind of hovering down at these levels. There's no daily squeeze right now, but there are some weekly squeezes setting up. Okay, and of course, you know, we've got some this kind of bearish action that's sitting here, and we just want to see how extended we are. Okay, the index here that has me the most concerned and is just kind of giving me a heads up that hey, this may be uglier is the transportation index. On the transportation index, we have a weekly squeeze, and the weekly squeeze has actually already it's already about to trigger, and when it does, then all bets are off. And if it goes, the rest of it's going to go. So to me, this is a huge red flag, and I would just be very, very careful about getting too excited and too long, okay, in this current market. That's just a big red flag. A lot of people don't realize this, but in 2000, anytime actually the stock market rolls over, but primarily 2000 is such a stark example, but the transportation index was selling off for like a month and a half while the NASDAQ was making new highs, and it was like the biggest divergence on the face of the planet. And I'm just concerned because I see that that's starting to happen now. And I'm not looking for a quote unquote the top, but remember, for the last 3 years, we have not had a 10% correction in the S&Ps. This is the kind of stuff that can kind of give us a heads up that something may be in the air, okay? And in terms of stocks in this kind of environment, it's very, very simple. I like to be long stocks that don't really care what the market is doing. Okay, a recent one has been AMBA. You know, now this one's a little stretched. We've been taking profits on this, so I'd buy the next pullback, right? And then to the downside, same thing. Looking for stocks that are in downtrends. Okay, so Zillow, if we can rally back up to support here, I'd want to take a new short on it. So that is the strategy going forward in this kind of environment. Now what's going to happen is when we're looking at something like this too, we're looking at the VIX to increase. You can see that the VIX is kind of right here, right smack in the middle of its range, and it's got a squeeze. Now if the squeeze does trigger to the downside, then we're going to look for higher prices on stocks. But the danger signal here is what if it triggers to the upside? That means we get a sell-off in stocks. And you guys remember the sell-off there kind of mid-December when the VIX exploded. So again, it's just an area of caution and what is the best way to trade in a volatile market. So one strategy that is actually awesome, especially in a volatile market, is double calendars. I don't know if you guys know what double calendars are or have used them, but they're an incredibly effective technique. Bruce is going to be teaching a class on this, a live class on Wednesday, April 8th. It's going to be from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock East Coast time, which of course is 7 to 9 o'clock Central time, okay? This is a class where Bruce is going to share first and foremost what is a double calendar. So if you have no idea what it is, he's going to at least brief you on what it is so you know how to use it. Why in the world would you want to use this strategy? How it differs from a regular calendar. When do you use it versus a regular calendar? How and why does it work? He's going to give you the specific guidelines for each trade, get a better understanding of common mistakes, and that's one of the best ways to learn. I mean, if you learn the common mistakes, you're going to know right away, it's like, oh, these are the things to look out for and what to focus on. Learn how to set them up easily and correctly. As with any strategy, it's very important to know when to put them on, but when to take them off. And you know, a lot of times that's not something I see. Everybody talks about, oh, this is how you get in the trade, but it's the exits that make you money. Once you're in the trade, how to manage your trade if it gets into trouble. Okay, so how do you need to make adjustments, or what do you do? Showing specific adjustment slash defense techniques that can protect you in a bad trade. Okay, understanding some of the tricks of the trade that you may not know, and those are applicable to many other setups as well, but the double calendar specifically. How to be more efficient in managing the trade. Why you would even want to consider incorporating this trade into your overall portfolio. And then, of course, going through and helping you understand how to start making consistent income with this strategy, give you some real-world setups that he uses, okay, and personal favorites that he'll think that, I mean, he knows his stuff, and this is kind of an easy way to also get started on it. And the bottom line that this is one of those strategies that'll make you a better trader and make more money. Okay. Now, if you can't attend this live, it's okay. It will be recorded. And this is one of those where we think this is a very, very useful skill. We can knock it out in 2 hours. It's just $97 with the goal of this, where even if you're trading one lot, that ideally you can make this back on a couple of trades. So it's a very small investment in your own future. Okay. So you're building the skill set and the knowledge base to continue increasing your odds of bringing more and more money out of the market and making it yours. All right. Hope it helps. SimplerOptions.com/double calendar. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.